We all have very different relationships and versions of fitness, and everyone's fitness journeys are unique. And there are some special businesses out there making sure that you're supported on that unique journey. You'll meet some of them next in this episode of Elevate, which starts right now.
Elevate, in association with Lift Women, inspiring female founders.
Hello and welcome to Elevate by Lift Women. I'm Jamila Jallo and it's my pleasure to be here to talk all things business with women who are making a difference. And of course, remember, whilst Lift Women are the presenting sponsor of today's discussion, all of the views and opinions in the following segment are of course our own. And on today's episode of Elevate, it's all about fitness and the business of fitness and the importance of creating a fun and supportive space for women to get the most out of their personal fitness journeys. On that note, it's my time to introduce our first guest, and Corinne Blight is the founder of Limitless Fitness and Nutrition, the award-winning company making fitness fun for all women and supporting them along their own fitness journeys. With that, it's a pleasure to welcome Limitless Fitness and Nutrition's founder, Corinne. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us.
Hey.
Hello. Now, firstly, tell us all about this company of yours and how did you find yourself establishing the need for such a business and then, of course, becoming a business founder?
So thanks so much. So Limitless Fitness and Nutrition is an online and an in-studio group fitness community for women who are new to and restarting their fitness journey. And like you mentioned as well, we're really focused on making every fitness experience that our members have, so classes, personal training sessions, as fun and as uplifting as possible. Now, the reason that I created Limitless Fitness and Nutrition, it was back in March 2020 when the pandemic had spiked and gyms were starting to shut down and people were sort of losing their sense of community and connection to places that made them feel really good, like the gym. So I started teaching online group fitness classes during that time, lots of free ones here and there, and eventually that evolved into something much bigger than what I ever imagined it would. And people started coming more and more. We started charging for memberships and grew into this place where we are now, which is not only online, but also a studio and also working in the corporate health and fitness sector as well.
Oh, fantastic. Now, you mentioned that you're all about making fitness and nutrition fun for everyone and all women. So what's the importance of creating communities in this industry, for women especially, and how do you do this?
Yeah, I really do think that having a sense of community and connection is a huge thing, especially in the fitness industry. I know through the work that I've done with women, they feel so motivated and so supported when they've got that community around them. Like you can probably see in the video that's playing now, they have so much more fun when there's people working out just alongside them. For us at Limitless Fitness, it's really important to create that sense of community and engagement with our members, and we do that through a lot of different ways. For us, the biggest way is having that beautiful sense of community before and after classes. So our members come in before the class, they have a good chat. After they have a good chat, we make sure there's community opportunities after classes too. So on the weekends we get together. We have things like Christmas parties, which we've got this weekend, to bring our members together outside of the studio as well. For our online members, we do things like we have Facebook and community chats happening all the time, all week. We've got members sharing recipes here and there as well. We've also got our Facebook pages too, where our members stay connected. So we've got lots of different opportunities to stay connected in our community, which is really, really important.
For sure. Now, Corinne, you've made some incredible accomplishments in your career so far. I mean, you're the current female group fitness instructor of the year, and you have the fitness service of the year as well, just to name a few. I mean, this is especially incredible considering you are a female founder in the incredibly male-dominated world of fitness. What have been some of your greatest challenges along your journey, and how have you overcome them?
Yeah, I think we really do try and see our challenges as an opportunity to learn from anything that's sort of coming our way. But for us, our biggest challenge has been trying to continue to grow and evolve because from 2020 to now, things have changed a lot. Gyms have reopened and people are doing things a little bit differently. So for us, I've really tried to stand out and make an impact, not only on like our social media pages, but also the way we present ourselves. So we've targeted really, really heavily our marketing efforts, doing things like traditional marketing, whether it's letterbox drops or even email campaigns. We've also done things like our social media pages and paid advertising, just to continue to build our community and to reach more people, which is essentially what we want to do with Limitless Fitness and Nutrition. And additionally, we've just really put our focus in growing our community, like I mentioned, but also in the corporate wellness and fitness space. We've reached out to a lot of different organizations and been really lucky to work with them too. So scaling what we're doing, which is just as important.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, here on Elevate, we love to ask this question. I mean, what message do you wish to elevate through your work at Limitless Fitness and Nutrition?
Next question. I think for me, the most important thing to elevate is the idea that fitness and nutrition and wellness can be fun and exciting and engaging for absolutely everyone. And it doesn't matter, whether you're at the start of your journey or whether you've been doing it for a long time, you can still have a lot of fun along the way. And you should find the things that make you feel like, you're having a great time. So don't necessarily stick to the things you think you should do, but find the things that you love and do them as much as you can. And I know you'll be very successful along your journey.
Absolutely. Well, Corinne, thank you so much for your time on the show today. It's been an absolute pleasure. And stay fit and well and nutritious, I suppose.
Thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure.
On to my next guest now, who joins me from Lenny Rose Active, the activewear company that provides women and their changing bodies with athleisure throughout all stages of motherhood and womanhood. And Lenny Rose Active founder Rosie Dumbrell joins me now. Rosie, thanks so much for joining us on Elevate today. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I'm excited.
Of course. Now, first off, what's your story? Tell us about Lenny Rose Active and how did you find yourself founding this company?
So, Cliff Notes version is I'm a physiotherapist by trade and have had 4 pregnancies in the last 6 years. And it was my first pregnancy where I was running a yoga studio and still very busy in my physio career and very, very passionate about health and fitness, which I have been my whole life, and wanting to still be able to find something that fit well, that supported my body and that didn't look horrendous was actually a real challenge in my first pregnancy. And then it took me until my second pregnancy to actually start the wheels in motion for the brand Lenny Rose Active, and it's certainly come a long way. I really sort of started with this idea to create supportive products that felt comfortable but didn't look supportive or medical in nature, and then sort of built it out to be like a full maternity range. And then we've recently just really come back into the core of why I started the business, which is the support products. I'm really passionate about, and we've got all the bells and whistles now with our products, which is really great with regards to being on the TGA and health insurance rebates and
Absolutely. Now, tell us a little bit more about Lenny Rose Active on the back of that. I mean, how does this activewear stand out from other maternity athleisure that's already out there?
Yeah, so great question. When I sort of launched the brand, I really passionately wanted to create a product that was supportive and anatomically correct. So to really help with things like pelvic pain, back pain, abdominal separation and continence issues, which are quite prevalent in pregnancy. But I didn't want to compromise on the way that the product looked aesthetically. So it's really important to me to be able to fuse the medical support side with a product that looks and feels great as well, because pregnancy and postpartum is just such a challenging time already for women, and you really deserve to feel and look like yourself, not just like the vessel of somebody carrying another human. So, our products have a TGA tick of approval. They're recommended by physios and health professionals across Australia. They have an absorbency and leak-proof feature, which is really unique as well to the sort of support product niche, I guess. And that's, I guess that's in a nutshell as to the differentiating features.
Absolutely. I mean, in the fitness industry, it's no secret that it does have the potential to breed some toxicity, especially for women in a world where body image is always a concern. I mean, as someone who has a professional background in fitness and in the industry, how can we move towards a world where fitness truly is something for everyone, no matter your shape or your size?
Yeah, look, this is something I'm so passionate about. Body image has been, really at the forefront of my own issues across my lifespan, having a really long, deep-seated eating disorder in my teens and early 20s. So I'm so passionate about this topic, and a big part of what we do with our marketing is to represent different body shapes and sizes and to never, ever Photoshop our bodies. And I think the really big thing for women to know is that pretty much everything that you see online or even sort of in print has been edited. It's not real. And whether it's in a still format or a video format, we can't compare ourselves to something that's not real, and we're never going to feel good about ourselves. So the research really suggests, and I've been lucky enough to have quite close contact with the ladies behind Body Confident Collective, and the research out of what they're doing suggests that it's a lot about self-compassion. So being able to be kind to ourselves through the use of self-compassion, to not compare ourselves, and to really look at the function of our bodies. So to really appreciate our bodies for what it can do, as opposed to just what it looks like. And I think pregnancy is just such a beautiful opportunity for us to change the way that we think and feel about our bodies, and hopefully have that carry over into postpartum as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, we love to ask this question on Elevate. I mean, both as a female founder and as a mother and a woman in general, what message do you wish to elevate through your work at Lenny Rose Active?
Oh, it's such a tough one because there are so many messages
I can imagine.
But I think something that really rings true for me at the moment is, the juggle of family and career is a really challenging one, I think, for mums, especially when you're trying to start a business or run a business. And it's really helped me to really understand just why it's so difficult in terms of how it's viewed culturally. And that we can't be all things to all people at once, and we can just sort of try our best. And in fact, it's actually not to the detriment of our kids if we choose to get ourselves involved in paid work. Our kids really benefit from when we're happy and when we're healthy. And I think whether or not you choose to start a business or focus on mum life for whatever period that is important to you, to switch your focus either way. What's really important is that you're happy and that you're healthy, and that you can, through feeling vibrant and feeling, good, that you can be the best role model to your children, no matter what path you choose in terms of paid or unpaid work. Yeah.
Incredible. Well, thank you so much for your time on the show, Rosie. It's been an incredible discussion and we've really enjoyed having you on the show today.
Thanks so much for having me.
Some amazing women on today's episode of Elevate. Thanks for tuning in, and of course be sure to head over to tickeroriginals.co for more insights and discussions from business leaders like the ones you saw on today's show. I'm Jamila Jello, and I'll see you again very soon.